Hello everyone, it's Kat and I am back today to talk about my mask project pan. So if you are new here, this year I am planning on using up all of my sheet masks and sort of sachet masks and just masks that have been hanging around. I had 2 boxes worth. Now, if you are familiar with my channel, you'll know that I took around a month off. So I didn't actually do my check-in at the start of April. This is sort of close to 2 months worth of masks that I've used. Now, in saying that, the progress isn't great because I'm like, okay, it's 2 months and I've only used up this many. But at the same time, I needed a break and I still think I think the key time that I'm going to start using masks is in winter because I get quite dehydrated skin. We are sort of easing into the cooler weather, so I'm just sort of ramping myself up. But I really want to talk about these today instead of waiting another week and trying to squeeze in a few more masks, simply because some gross stuff happened today. Now, I tried to wear a mask and I also tried lip masks for the first time. I have a few lip masks kicking around my tub. I don't use them, so I never really bothered, but I thought, look, today's the day. I'm going to try to use a lip mask. I discovered something really gross and I want to show it to you. So in my project, I only had 5 lip masks. 4 of them were from the same brand. So this is the brand here, and I'll show you a close up in a sec. It's KNC Beauty, and these are supposed to be lip masks that are all natural collagen infused lip masks. Now, this is an unintended rant about natural products being disgusting. Okay, granted, a lot of these are quite old. Like it is. My mask stash is old. It's moved house with me. It's getting funky. But it's interesting that the only natural sort of mask product in here has gone moldy. Yep, that's right. So I've got 4 of these. I opened 2. After I saw the mold in the first one, there was no way I was actually going to put these on my lips, but I thought I would just check it anyway. So I opened 2 and they are both, ugh, that one's come out. I'm not going to touch it. So it's just come off the thing. It's in there. I'm not going to touch it because it's moldy. But I'll show you, it's like a petri dish. Look at that. That is disgusting. So those white dots, they're not supposed to be there. It's growing funky stuff on it. So this is actually like a light pink sort of gel mask for your lips. And it's growing white dots. So this is the packaging. If you want to see it, I will actually open another one because why not? Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with these. These are gross. So 4 masks down instantly just from the inability to use them. I also wanted to mention that there were 2 eye masks. These are from South Maine. They're under eye gel masks and I couldn't use these either. Not because they were moldy, thank golly, but it's because they were so dry. They had like no liquid left in them. Gross. So these are also going. So that's getting the tally up very quickly. Now I did manage to use a lip mask today and it was from this brand. I can never say this brand. It's SOOAE. Sue. Anyway, this is the lip mask. It was not moldy. I just discovered I really don't like these. I can understand why they're helpful because they're like this thick sort of jelly. But you put them over your lips and then you can't do anything. And I know that that's probably not that bad for a lot of people, but I found it very almost like constrictive. Like I found it a little bit uncomfortable that I couldn't sip a cup of tea. I couldn't talk to someone. I was just like, and if you move too much, it like sort of starts to come off a little bit. So I didn't love this. I don't know if the results were great. I use like a lip sleeping mask or a lip balm before I go to bed every night, and then I'll use a lip balm maybe once or twice throughout the day. So I find my lips are generally really good and they don't need this type of thing, which is why it's taken me until the end of April to actually use one. But yeah, this one was all right. It wasn't moldy, thank God, but it's just a mask that I'm not going to mess with ever, really. I think, yeah, a nice lip balm does the trick for me. I actually used that with this mask today. So Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Jelly Sheet Mask. Now this was an interesting one. It's the first mask that I've used that is broken apart. So I've used a few jelly masks in this project and it's been quite good because jelly masks are very cooling. They do, like if you put soak them in hyaluronic acid and serums and stuff, it does make things feel nice, cool, depuffed, hydrated. It's quite a nice sort of delivery method. But this one was not only the first absolutely clear mask, which I thought was interesting. It kind of looked cool, but it was also the first jelly mask that was, as I was unfolding it, so it's folded up into like triangles and it comes in 2 parts, like the bottom and the top, and each part kept falling, like breaking apart. So this jelly isn't so strong that you can just easily put it on without it sort of breaking apart. And then when I was taking it off, it was coming off in chunks. So it did feel nice. It was hydrating, it was soothing, but it was not the most convenient and comfortable mask, because it was like, yeah, just, and then you take it off and then you go check in the mirror and you're like, oh, I've got a chunk. Ugh. So I didn't quite like this one. I like the feel of it. I just didn't like the strength of the mask, I suppose. I really didn't use too many other sort of like all over sheet masks after that. This Beauty Cottage one, so it's aloe vera and cucumber one, this was quite dry. I had to use it sort of on my chest because I opened it up and it was just, it didn't stick to the face. It was just too dry. So what I do in that instance is I just put it on my chest and then I'll put another one on my face. So that one I can't really talk to in terms of like the effect of it. The Garnier ones, oh, this is still dripping and it's been open for like a month. This one is an interesting one. I think I might have taken a little video to show you, but essentially it's a dry mask, sorry. And then it's got this pocket of fluid that you squeeze and it sort of pops a little like, I don't know, membrane or something, and it goes into the compartment with the dry mask. It fills up, so it's an instantly sort of wet mask. It actually worked really well. I was quite surprised. So I liked this. I thought it felt nice. I thought the gimmick was not so much a gimmick. It actually worked. And then you have a lot of excess serum, which I just used on sort of like my neck and chest and sort of upper arm area. So if you do like to use excess serum from these sort of masks, this one had it in droves. Like there was a lot. So very, very wet. Yeah. Felt like a gimmick, but actually worked. I had 2 fresh masks to use, which I was super excited about because the majority of my mask collection, as you can tell by things getting dry and things going moldy, a lot of them are quite old. Now these I got in PR only recently. These are the Tony Moly Elasticity and Revitalizing masks. So one is blueberry, one is grape. I really like these. I really like Tony Moly masks. They fit really beautifully on the skin. They sort of just like glide, like they're not fighting to put it on, like it just sort of like sticks on, and it delivers the moisture, delivers the serum, it delivers everything you need, and it's very easy to wear because you're not worried about it like falling off or chunks coming off. Both of these are really nice. They smelt really nice. I thought they worked a treat, and I consistently are very impressed with Tony Moly sheet masks. So they're 2 that I used this month. I do have to say, one thing I've noticed that I like the effect of is actually eye masks. So the way I like to use eye masks, and I haven't used too many this month, but they're the ones that I tend to want to reach for the most. I tend to use them in the morning. So I used this, I've had a pack of, I think it was 4. This is the BioEffect eye masks. And I did talk about these in past months. So essentially they are little like patches you put on, but you also get a little bottle of serum that you pump, put it on, and then put the patch on top. So it's sort of like a wet patch, but also serum underneath. Now these work quite nicely. I think I have 1 left. The good thing as well is if you haven't used up all the serum, you can just use it as like a under eye serum. So it's kind of a bonus. I think this brand is actually going into administration, so I don't think we're going to be seeing much BioEffect anymore, but they're a very expensive brand, but a nice brand. And I do like under eye masks. I find that sometimes if I wake up and I feel like I look a little bit tired, I sort of put it on when I'm brushing my teeth, and I find that to be like the easiest way to incorporate a mask into my routine. So, you know, wash my face. I might put like a hyaluronic acid on or something so my skin doesn't feel too tight. Brushing my teeth, doing my hair, put the under eye patches on, might get dressed or do whatever I need to do, and then I take them off, put the rest of my skincare on, do my makeup, and good to go. So it sort of does fit into my routine. Now, the next ones, I've got some pimple patches and also some, they can be sort of under eye patches or like, they're sort of like wrinkle patches essentially. Now, I don't know what happened to this brand, if it was actually like a real, like if they were successful, did they close, did they rename, I don't know, but I haven't been able to find them. They're Vice Reversa, and these are micro needling patches. So there are pimple ones that they're huge. They're like this big, and they do have these little micro needles on them. So when you put them on, they feel like you've got a prickle. It's not too bad and it does settle in, but it's supposed to deliver the product into like under the skin essentially. Now I found these to not be that effective because they're just so big that they fall off. I find the little ones that you can sort of put on and it sort of flexes with your face to work a little bit better. Now I don't know how many of these I used up, so I'm just going to count this as one. I don't care, whatever. But I used those up. I also tried to use up the Wrinkle Patches. So this came in a box, and I've got another box, but these sachets were each a pair. Now again, these are the same thing where they've got that needly, so like it's really sort of prickly, and you can put these like on your crow's feet, you can put them on smile lines, you can put them on wherever you've got like lines, and you're supposed to use them sort of overnight or for at least 3 hours. Now I didn't notice any difference with them. Again, these are quite old, so who knows? But like you can see there how it sort of tells you where you can use them. I'm just going to use them for the sake of using them, but I don't think they're that great. But I used up 3 packs of those. I used up a Seventh Heaven exfoliator and mask. This is Orange and Black Lava Smooth and Soften. It's essentially a mud mask. Now I don't love mud masks for a couple of reasons. One, I find now that I'm aging, yes, I've got oily areas of my skin, but I don't want to like suck the bejesus out of my face because I find that it makes my skin quite dehydrated. So I use this only sort of because I wanted to give it a shot. I just find mud masks aren't really for me. I do have a couple more mud masks in the box, so I might do like, I think I've got 5, so I might try to do 1 a month, but I'm not looking forward to it. They're messy, they're annoying, and I just don't really like them. So that one I don't really rate. I also used 2 Pore Strips. Now, okay, so I've got the Formula 1006, and that's just like a white pore strip. I actually put that on my chin, and then I used the Biore. This is one of the deep cleansing charcoal pore strips. So this was a black one. This one worked a lot better than this one. So if you actually really want to get like those blackheads out, I would say go the Biore charcoal ones. It just worked a lot better. But I put that one on my nose, and it did, I thought I had nothing in there, and it did pull out little tiny little blackheady things, which is good. But I found that it irritated around my nose for days. So it was almost like it pulled out, again, like the oils that sort of lubricate your skin. And I just found that I was like, it almost felt like I was really irritated and red around there for a couple of days. So it's not something I think is good for my skin. I don't think it's something that, yeah, I can live without. I definitely can live without it because I have for years and years. This one works better, but I don't like them. I don't know if I have any more. I don't have like the traditional pore strips, but I do have these ones from Secret Key, which I have not, I don't think I've touched these. This is going to be annoying. It's a 5-pack. And I don't really know how these work, but there's multiple steps to them. So there's like step 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if one's a pore pack or if, I don't know, but I do have a few on the go, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. The last 2 masks that I used up, and again, this is like a continual thing that I've been trying to use up all year, these bubble masks. I think these are from the brand VT Cosmetics, and I have a pack, it was like a pack of 10. I luckily only have 4 left, so as I'm going, I'm sort of doing 1 a month, but I don't really dig these. I like the color of the box. It matches my outfit perfectly today. But essentially these are like bubble masks. So you put this green goo on your face on dry sort of clean skin, and it just starts bubbling up. I actually find it very uncomfortable because it's like popping and tickling, and I don't actually feel like there's any great benefit to it. I don't feel like my skin is really clarified. I don't feel like anything. The way I've been using these, so 1 sachet actually is like 2 face applications worth, which is a bit inconvenient. In previous months, I was sort of using them half and then like pinning the bag and just trying to use it again in a few days. Now I'm like, no, I don't really like these. So what I tend to do is on the days where I'm having a shower in the morning, I'm going to wash my hair and I don't really care about stuff getting in it. I will put a whole sachet of this on my face, chest, and like shoulders, just let it sort of bubble as I'm like turning on the shower. Then I jump in the shower, I wash it all off, I wash my hair, I get everything out, and that's how I've been using these up. So I can use them up, but I don't enjoy them, so it does make it a little bit harder. Okay, counted it all up, and including the ones I threw out because they're moldy or dry and old, I used up 22 masks. Again, that's not bad. That's definitely on track to use up all these masks by the end of the year, but it is not great in terms of the progress I've had, considering that this is technically like 6 or 7 weeks of usage. So it's fine, like I'm happy with it, and I wanted to take a bit of a break anyway, so it's fine. But using up 22 masks, that means I am down to 75. So in this box, theoretically, there is 75. So I will, oh, also I forgot to mention that I have been using other pimple patches from CosRx. They've got little pimple patches. Yeah, previous months I was actually counting how many of these I used, and I counted them towards my total. This month I couldn't be bothered. I don't know how much I've used. I think I've used at least 3 or 4. So there should be a couple more masks to add on to this, but I can't be bothered. So yeah, 22 we're counting. It's down to 75 in total, which means again, if I keep doing roughly 11 or 12 a month, I'll get through these by the end of the year, which is fantastic. All right, so that's it. I know a few people have been doing sheet masks, sort of project pans, because of this one. They thought it's a good idea, and a lot of people tend to have a stash of masks under their sink. Let me know if you're doing that, how you're going with it. Let me know your favorite type of sheet masks. Do you like the eye masks? I like the foot masks. I don't use them too often, but they're pretty good. Big shout out to my members for supporting this channel. Mwah! I love you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.